share with you a way to release emotional energy that's stuck in our bodies. So our bodies are made up of energy. The energy travels along very specific pathways that are also called meridians. What happens when our energy can't flow freely, along those pathways, is we can experience physical symptoms, we can experience emotional symptoms. So anyone out there who's gone to acupuncture, that's where those needles are being placed. They're actually being placed very specifically along points in the body that are connected to our meridian system, that if there is any stuck energy in those points, it frees it up, it releases it, and then allows it to flow freely again. And that's usually why anyone who's gone to acupuncture feels better, sometimes even feels better emotionally afterward. The cool thing is there are techniques that we can use at home on ourselves using literally our fingers and free up that energy just as successfully. So some of you guys might have heard of something called EFT. What it stands for actually is Emotional Freedom Technique. So these are essentially the steps, I overviewed them for us, with how to release any energy or any feeling around any experience we might have. So I'm going to identify an issue. I'm going to use an example of, I had a bad day at work. My boss gave me some negative feedback. Now, obviously going in my mind, I'm now nervous I'm going to lose my job. I come home from work, I'm tense in my body maybe, I'm replaying, kind of what I did wrong. I'm worrying I'm going to walk in tomorrow and have my desk packed up, right? So if I were to rate on a 0 to 10 scale, with 0 being, so my feeling I'm identifying essentially, we could call it anxiety, right? I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm stressed. If I were to rate that on a scale of 0 to 10, so with 0 being no anxiety at all, to 10 extreme, maybe this time it's about an 8. Maybe I am nervous that, this time I'm getting canned. So each time we go through this, we need to have a set up statement. These statements contain 2 things. They can contain an acknowledgement, right, of the negative feeling I'm having. So for me, it would be anxiety. And each of these is always followed up by a statement about, regardless of the feeling I'm having, however negative it is, about my unconditional love for myself. So a great, easy, simple way to put that, and you guys can literally use this statement: I deeply love and accept myself. So my setup statement is going to be, even though I feel anxious, I deeply love and accept myself. So the way this looks, right? So I'm going to think about my fight with my bad day, my negative feedback with my boss, and I'm going to be sitting in that, and I'm going to feel my level 8 of anxiety. This is really important. It's really important that we put ourselves into the feeling so that my body, right, I'm activating the energy in my body of that anxiety and I'm feeling it. So it's about the 8, right, and now I'm going to lead in with my setup statement. Even though I'm feeling anxious, I deeply love and accept myself. So then I'm going to start a tapping sequence. So I drew out for you my lovely art. There are 9 points, and these are on all of us, that we want to go through as we're doing our tapping. So the first point is, I'll just show you them quickly, I'll point them out, and then I'll go through this. So the first point is called the karate chop point. It's literally on the outside where our pinky finger is of our arm, like we're chopping. The second point is between our eyes. Third point, outside of our eyes. Fourth point, under our eyes. Fifth point, right below our nose. Sixth point, right above, right, our chin, I guess, right? Seventh point. So if you were to put 2 fingers on your kind of chest right here, you'll feel 2 indents, right? That's where point 7 is. Point 8 is putting up right down here, kind of where our lymph nodes, you guys might be familiar where they are. When you tap these, they might be sensitive. Some of the points actually might be sensitive. You might notice that. And then 9 is top of our head. Okay, so now I'm set up. So I'm going to identify the issue, right? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling like I might get canned. It's about an 8. Even though I'm feeling anxious, I deeply love and accept myself. And now I'm going to do my tapping sequence. And while I'm doing my tapping sequence, I'm going to hold on to that feeling of anxiety, right? And I'm going to just I'm not going to have to make that statement each time. So my tag or my reminder is going to be my anxiety, right? So then I'm going to start tapping. Tapping 5 to 7 times. Now, you don't need to tap so hard, and you don't need to tap so light. Like you're tapping a melon, a nice little tap. But again, reminding you that some of it might be sensitive, and that's okay. So you can release some of the pressure if you're in that sensitive part. So I'm going to start my tapping. My anxiety, right? My anxiety. My anxiety. My anxiety. my anxiety. Right? Remember, I'm feeling my anxiety as I'm tapping. That's really important because that's what's going to help release it. Now I'm going to focus on my issue again. I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to think about that fight, and I'm going to rate how intense my anxiety is now. Maybe now it's down to a 5. That's the thing. We might have to do this more than one time. Our goal is, so then what I would do is I would repeat that whole sequence, right? My anxiety, again. And then I would test myself at the end. Deep breath. Our goal is to get that number of intensity down to around a 2. Then we know that we've literally released the holding of that anxiety in our body. So I would love you guys to, if those of you who have tried it, I'd love you to let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this technique, if you guys find it helpful when you use it, if you have any other good tips to share with our community. And those of you who are trying it, let me know how it goes. Like I said, this is great. We can use this for daily stuff, and we can also use this for a lot of the deeper stuff. I'll do a follow-up video on the deeper stuff later, but give it a try. Next argument with your partner, next hard day at work, when you're feeling stressed, great time to try this out. So comments below, let me know what you think. If you like it, feel free to hit subscribe. Also turn on your notifications, and I will let you know when my new videos come out.